word thanks. I kind of was searching for where I could find a Thanksgiving in the Torah, and so I found two sources, and then we're going to go through quickly. We're going to see like the different words that are used, and then we're going to see like how it's translated as well also. So this is really interactive, and we have English and Hebrew, so we're going to start with Bailey. Can you read source number one? English or Hebrew, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, perfect. And that basically in English is, this is Leah when she gave birth to her fourth son. She called him Yehuda. And why? Because she says, I'm grateful. Odeh et Hashem. This time I am thankful to Hashem. So, I praise Hashem. So, this is the first time that we see any sort of praise or thanks in the Torah, like straight out. Of course, you have like Abraham and Yitzchak, you have Abraham and Isaac, of course they're giving praise and thanks. But this is the first time where you have a real concrete thanks to God. And it's what? It's Leah who gives birth to the fourth son. So that's one word, Odeh. So just keep it in the back of the mind, Odeh. And Mariana, can you read source number two? English or Hebrew, whatever you feel more comfortable. Loud. Perfect. And can you just read the bolded word that appears maybe 4 times, and that it's bolded if you can read Hebrew 3 times. Todah, right? And that's what everyone knows is the general word for thanks in Hebrew. In modern Hebrew, the word is Todah. That's how we say thanks. So what is this thanks? It's a Thanksgiving offering that the Thanksgiving offering that you give in the Beit HaMikdash, in the Holy Temple, and it was given. I don't remember when it was given, but there's a lot of sources. Basically, almost all the sources say that after the times of the Messiah, after the times of Mashiach, all the sacrifices are going to stop except for the Korban Todah, except for this Thanksgiving offering. It's going to be the only offering that we continue doing after. So clearly, we have even from the first source, where his name is Yehuda, which is where we come from, Yehudim, Judah, that's where we come from, and his name is based on thanks. We know that our being is based on thanks, but not only that, but we also see that the word Todah, the Thanksgiving offering, is coming up not only now, but in the times of after Mashiach as well. And so we see that giving thanks is very integral to being Jewish, and obviously giving thanks to Hashem is very, very integral to who we are as people. And so I thought that now we start to examine where we actually start to give thanks. Now we see the source of why or when we might give it. Now practically in our lives now, since our lives are based on thanks, according to the first 2 sources, where does that happen in our everyday lives? What's your name? Avi. Okay, can you please read me source number 3? What?
This is a really good one every morning.
This is a good one, yeah. Right, I give thanks to you, living and eternal God. You have returned with me my soul, my abundance. Abundant is your faithfulness. Right, I thank you, Modeh, which is very similar to where we saw it in Breshit, Odeh, right? Odeh and Modeh. So we see the word that we first learned in Breshit that Judaism is based on is now, not only is Judaism based on, but now our whole day is based on that, right? Modani is the first thing that you say when you wake up. So not only is our Judaism based on this, but every morning is based on this also. Yes.
We purify our hands and we're already giving God thanks.
Exactly. Which is actually interesting that we don't say God's name because we didn't purify our hands yet, which is why in Modani we kind of just skirt around Hashem's name and we just say Melech Chai V'Kayam. We don't say Hashem's name if you look at it. What? That's the reason, because our hands aren't purified yet. So you're supposed to wash your hands when you wake up, so you don't say Hashem's name yet. Okay. Next source number 4. Tati, can you please read it to us? It's from Tehillim.
Tov lahodot laHashem l'zamer l'shimcha elyon l'hayit b'boker chazkecha ve'enecha b'amayim.
Right, it's a famous song. Everyone knows it. Everyone's singing in their head. I was singing it when I wrote it. It's good to thank Hashem and to sing praises to your name. We see that praises and thanks. This source Tov L'Hodot L'Hashem, according to Rabbi Victor Miller, which is the best book ever, and we're going to hopefully read a little bit from him also, is integral, is saying our whole job in life is Tov L'Hodot L'Hashem L'Zamar Shem Chal Elyon, is to give thanks to God, to praise Him, and that is our job in life. And that is our main task in life, and that's everything that we do is based on that. So we'll go into it in a few moments. I just want to read quickly source 5 and 6, and hopefully get through that. Donna, can you read me source 5, please?
Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher.
Right? We say this just about every blessing starts. This is like the opening. This is a classic Judaism. Everyone knows it. Baruch atah Hashem. Everyone knows it. And then Elokeinu melech haolam. Blessed are you, God. Right? Blessed are you, Hashem, King of the universe. So a lot of people think that it's blessed are you. You are blessed. But that's not actually the case. The case is actually we are blessing God. We are praising God. We're thanking God every time we say a blessing. Of course, you'll be like, I need to bless God. Like, you bless other people. Like, why is God blesses me? I'm not going to bless God. So when we say Baruch Atah Hashem and whatever bracha we say, every single time we say that, we are blessing God. We are saying, God, you are blessed. Why? Blessed are you. Why? Because I am blessing you. So like, what's that sound like? Kind of like when you say, blessed are you, God. What do you say when someone sneezes?
Bless you.
Bless you, right? You're not saying just like, you are blessed, which you are. You're saying, bless you. I'm giving you a blessing, which is exactly what we're saying every time we say a bracha. It's saying, blessed are you. You are blessed. Okay, if you turn over the page to source number 6, and then we'll kind of move into more discussion-based. I saw this great quote online. I was on Huffington Post, and I was like, I gotta put this in, and it ties perfectly into Rabbi Victor Miller. I'll just read it quickly. I am thankful for the mess to clean after a party because it means that I am surrounded by friends. I am thankful for the clothes. What? I'm thankful for the clothes that fit a little too snug because it means I have enough to eat. I'm thankful for a lawn that needs mowing, windows that need cleaning, and gutters that need fixing because it means I have a home. I'm thankful for the parking spot I find at the far end of the parking lot because it means I'm capable of walking. I'm thankful for my huge heating bill because it means that I am warm. I'm thankful for the piles of laundry and ironing because it means I have clothes to wear. And I'm thankful for the alarm that goes off in the early morning hour because it means that I have another day in front of me. Perhaps this is why the Talmud in Menachot 43b commands us to say 100 blessings, 100 things to be thankful for every day. Now that may sound like a lot of blessings to say, but if the assignment was come up with 100 things to complain about every day, my guess is that we could all do that in about 3.5 minutes. And I think that this can bring truth to all of us. Everyone's like kind of like shaking their heads like, yeah, probably. I'm already thinking about things to complain about. I got 1 hour of sleep last night. That was pretty bad. I failed my math test. That was pretty bad. But what about the fact that I woke up this morning? That after an hour's sleep, I still woke up from my class. How about the fact that I'm able to learn Torah and I'm able to give it over in a manner that you guys are able to understand? I'm thankful that I have clothes to wear and I have food to eat. I had my pudding before, which was delicious. I'm so thankful for the things, like even the small things in life that we do. Before I read you a passage from Rabbi Victor Miller, I wanted to know, put out some feels maybe. I kind of tried to give one example from Torah, or 2 examples from Torah, 1 from Tanakh, 1 from davening, 2 from davening, whatever it is, of different times that we have thanks, and I wanted to maybe get your feedback or get your feeling. What other times do you think that in our Jewish lives that we give thanks, or that something is based around thanks? Open the floor. Anyone. Somewhere in our Jewish lives that we give thanks. Whether it's in davening, whether it's something that we do during the day. It could be a bracha, it could be prayer. Modim. Everyone knows Modim? And Modim. No, that's good. I have it written down. Modim. Modim is good. Modim, we give thanks to God every single day. What are we thanking for Him? We're thanking for the little things in life. I don't know if you ever read the English, but it's incredible. Maybe I'll just read you just quickly because it's a beautiful bracha. I know Emily's talking about it, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful bracha. I just want to read you a short passage from it. It says, we shall thank you and relate your praise for our lives that are committed into your hands and for our souls that are entrusted to you and for your miracles that every day are with us and for your wonders and favors that are at all times, evening, morning, and evening. It's not just oh God, you split the sea. This is God, you created food. God, you gave me clothes to wear. And that's what we're doing in Modim. Most people don't realize that is
body work.
what? Exactly. Made body work. It's all the small things that we don't realize in life is Modim. I take aside a piece of Modim and I say thank you, and I try to say thanks for small things in life, and it transforms your davening. Anyone else? Yeah.
I know sometimes like people don't really think about it, but like you're thanking God that way your body works.
Exactly. I'll share Yatzar. It's crazy. You know, I don't know if you guys ever had broken limbs. I break my bones a lot. And I've been in casts and in slings and whatever. It is so hard to eat with a fork and knife, and I have so much of an appreciation for it afterwards. But you don't realize till afterwards. So when you say like certain brachot, or when you realize like, oh, I'm eating with a fork and knife, it's a little bit more for me, because it's like, wow, I'm so thankful I haven't broken my bones in a while. I'm able to eat with a fork and knife. So it's an incredible experience, like if you actually give time to think about it. Anybody else? Yes. Benching, yeah, benching is a good one. Like we say after bread, we thank God for basically everything on earth, which is kind of crazy because like, before we read also. So I had written down also Hallel, which literally means to thank. Which we say, we say on Jewish holidays, major Jewish holidays. We say literally give thanks. That's what we do. And this book, Tehillim, Psalms, all thanks. If you go through it, it's David HaMelech, David saying, thank you God for this, thank you God for this, thank you for taking me out of this, thank you for taking me out of this peril. I praise you because of this, praise you because of that. And it's unbelievable. If you have time to go through it, highly recommend. I just want to read two short passages, if I can. Okay, the first one, this is from Rabbi Victor Miller's commentary to Chovot HaLevavot. This book basically changed my life, and it's an incredible read if you have time, all in English. It says, each day we say, blessed is he who made in the beginning, blessed is he who does, blessed is he who decrees and upholds. It's in Shema, we say Baruch Shamar, Baruch Sebereshi, Baruch Omer Velseh, right? We say all these things. But lest anyone think that the purpose of creation is merely to preserve the world, we continue, blessed is he who has mercy upon the earth. Even more importantly, we add, blessed is he who has mercy on man. The world was created because of Hashem's compassion for its inhabitants, its people. And therefore, that study is our first and most important subject. When people learn this necessary truth, they can fulfill their function, which is, it is good to thank Hashem. Tov lo Hashem. The greatest good is to give thanks to Hashem. He's basically charging us with a mission that because earth was made for man, our obligation, therefore, and our main task in life, is to go back to God and say, thank you so much. And just to close with this story, because this story blows me away every time I read it, and I try quoting it, and it doesn't come out as good as when I read it from it. And hopefully it will change your lives if you guys can open up your soul to this, to Rabbi Victor Miller. It says that there was a small boy who was found in the wilderness by a kind-hearted man. Feeling sorry for him, he brought the boy into his home. He raised him, fed him, clothed him, and generously provided all that was good and necessary for him, until the boy grew up and became aware of all the various ways in which the benefactor had been good to him. When the boy matured and became a fine young man, he came to appreciate all that was done to him and was grateful to his benefactor. Later, this same kind-hearted man heard about a prisoner who had been taken captive by his enemy. The prisoner was a man who owed money, but was thrown and was unable to repay it, and his vindictive creditor arranged to have his prisoner thrown into harsh prison. There, the prisoner experienced intense suffering because the creditor caused him to be tortured. For many days, the prisoner lay hungry and naked in the dungeon where he was beaten as well. The kind-hearted man heard about this, and his compassion was stirred by the prisoner's distress. He cajoled the prisoner's enemy into releasing him and forgiving his debt. The kind-hearted man then brought the released prisoner into his home, but he didn't give him a regular room in his house. Instead, he gave him a clean place in his shed. Also, he didn't give him the same food that he ate at his own table. He just gave him simple but nourishing foods. The released prisoner was so happy in these conditions that he sang the praises of his benefactor. He felt love and gratitude towards this kind man who got him out of prison and kept him alive. As it happened, the young man who was brought up like the kind man's own son came out to the shed to talk to the ex-prisoner. When he heard the man's story, he couldn't understand what he could be grateful for. He said, "You're living in the shed. You're eating bread. Is that called life? What are you so thankful for?" The kind-hearted man gave the released prisoner only a fraction of the good treatment that he had given the boy. Nevertheless, the prisoner was grateful for all the kindness that the man had done to him, and he thanked him more than the boy that grew up in his house. Whenever the kind-hearted man brought some food to the ex-prisoner in the shed, the man was profuse in his gratitude. He was so grateful that he fell down at the feet of his benefactor, and he could never get through thanking him. But the young man who grew up in the house looked at him with surprise. He said, "What's it all about? After all, what benefit are you getting?" This was because the ex-prisoner had gone from conditions of privation and distress to comfortable and tranquil existence. When did this transition occur? At a time when he was able to fully appreciate it. In contrast, the young boy who had been rescued from the wilderness, given a home as a small child, and no sense of what was happening to him at the time, and so he did not appreciate it at all. Basically, the story continues that this man didn't really know what to do, and he didn't know why he is so thankful. So Rav Victor Miller goes on to explain that this is our relationship with God. God has brought us up our entire lives, and He's really like sheltered us, and He's done everything for us. And we're like the man who grew up in the house. And what do we need to do? We now need to go back to God now that we can appreciate it and say, thank you for everything that you did. Not only for what you're doing now, but thank you for everything that you did, for holding me as a baby, for sending me up. And to our parents also, you have to say thank you for feeding me, thank you for changing me, thank you for doing everything that you did to me. And hopefully through this we can be a little more appreciative.